Hello, second grade. Happy Wednesday. We are going to be diving into our writing today in our iReady book. So please make sure you have your iReady book ready with us. Let's go ahead and look. We are on writing day 7 for this unit. We are going to work on drafting our beginning. Yay! This is a very exciting day when we get to start putting our thoughts into a complete draft. So we are on step number 5 now. Say hello to Herschel. We are winding down this path. We are on time to write our beginning of our narrative diary. So we need your iReady writing book today and just a pencil, okay? So make sure you have both of those ready. Today, our objective is that I can identify the main parts of a diary and I can draft an introduction for a narrative diary entry, okay? So today we're going to go ahead and look at our assignment so that we have it in our brain before we move on forwards. So please make sure you turn to page 112, where Herschel is here going to refresh our brains on what we're doing. So on page 112, pause it if you're not there yet. But I'm going to get us started. So step 5, draft. So this chart shows the part of a narrative. Use the ideas here as you draft the beginning, middle, and end of your diary. So we are going to take a look in the beginning. It introduces your characters and your settings. It's a strong beginning. A strong beginning should tell who is in the story and tell where and when the story takes place. Okay, so you're setting your readers up. The middle describes events. So the middle sentence should use details to describe how the character thinks, feels, and acts. And it should tell the events in order, right? Just like we went through and did morning, afternoon, and nighttime. That's going to be our order that we need to follow, so it makes sense. And in the end, it's going to tell how the story ends. The end of your story should make sense, obviously, and it should make the story feel finished. So it should give a good ending so it doesn't feel like the reader is missing something still. So remember that the mentor text can help you remember the purpose of each part of your diary entry. As you write, I want you to read the mentor text and think about how Ken developed each part of his diary. Okay, so think about using the mentor text, and you should be creating something very similar, but obviously about a shark and being creative. So I want you to think, what might happen if you don't tell the reader who is in the narrative and where is the setting? What might happen? Yeah, it's probably going to confuse your reader and they're going to lose interest and they're not really going to want to read what you've written. And we're working hard on this. So we want to make sure that we really set it up for the reader to become interested. All right. So what does the writer do in the middle of a narrative? So look back in your text right here. It says exactly right here. It uses details to describe how the characters think, feel, and act. So it's really important there that we use these facts and details to tell about our character to show events in order. All right. And lastly, what might happen if the ending didn't make sense? I just said, I ate a stingray and ended it there. Well, the readers would be confused. Like, what did you do after it? Like, it's not complete. Did you go and how did you end your day? How did you end your story? So it's really important that we really follow these steps to make sure our reader or our friends who are our reader are interested. Okay, so I want you to keep this in your brain as we turn to page 113 now. You can see right here, we have circled the beginning. So to help you write a beginning for your narrative diary, we're going to read Ken's beginning again. So it says, write the beginning. Study the beginning of Ken's diary, then try writing the beginning of your diary. All right, so let's go ahead and read Ken's. Today was a great day to be a lizard. When I first woke up, I was shivering. It gets really cold in the desert at night. Right away, I crawled up on a flat rock in the sunlight to warm up. Okay, so I want us to look, and it says circle the character Ken is writing about. Well, obviously, we know our character right here. We're going to circle our character as a lizard. Oops, that was hard to circle. There we go, it's a lizard. So that's our character for Ken. And then number 2 says, underline the setting. Well, it gets really cold in the desert at night. So our setting of where the story takes place is the desert, okay? So how can we tell if Kin included important information? Well, if we look at the chart again on page 112, it tells who the story is about and where and when the story takes place. So Kin included that, blizzard in the desert. Set your story up for success. So I want you to think about, it says we need to write a sentence to introduce your character and setting. So I want to think, how can you use the facts and details to introduce the sharks to your reader? Can you also use that information to show the setting? Yeah, because the information we learned talked about the setting from a shark. So, I want to introduce my character and my setting. Or pretending to be that character. So I'm talking as if I'm a shark. So I want to think about, maybe you could say, today is a great day to be a shark living in the bottom of the ocean. That's very similar to what Kin wrote, or I can get a little more creative and I could say, it's a lot of fun to be a giant shark in the ocean. And it's a complete sentence. I have to put a period, uppercase letter and period. So let's think about that. It's a lot of fun to be a giant shark in the ocean. Talked about who I am, I'm a shark, and where I am, the ocean, my character, my setting. I think that could be a great way to capture my reader's attention. I want you to pause it here. Make sure you get creative and create your own little introduction sentence of who you are and where you are, okay? So we are going to go ahead. I'm going to clear this out. Your task for today is please make sure that you copy the draft of your beginning to page 124. So the sentence that you're writing at the bottom of page 113 needs to be copied onto page 124 as your draft, okay? So that's the beginning of your draft. Make sure you get it copied and put there, all right? So you can pause it if you need to remember to do that. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.